Okay, so quick look at Mailvelope, which is what you use to encrypt and decrypt mail. There are clients you can use, GPG for Win, which is one you can use for Windows, or you can use gpgtools.org for the Mac, which is actually real easy to set up. But I'm just going to go through and show you how to do it on a browser real quick. So first thing you want to look at is if you're in Chrome, is to get the add-on. So it's an add-on, Mailvelope. It doesn't come by default. So you go to Extensions. Then down the bottom here, you'll see something that says Get More Extensions. I'm going to click it. And then you just do a search right here for Mailvelope. So it's like envelope, but with mail in front of it. Mailvelope. And hit Enter. And there it is. Now I've already installed it, so it's asking me to rate it. Had I not installed it, you would have seen this. You just click that, and it installs it. And then what you see is this little icon right over here, which took me a while to figure out where this, because they didn't do a great job of documentation, but it's all way over here. So you click it, and you can turn it off or on, reload. We want to look at options. Options is what brings up how you display your key ring. You can look at your options, how you import keys, and how you generate keys. Now in your case, you're going to be doing this probably brand new. So you just put in your full name here, or whatever name you want to put in there if you don't necessarily want people to identify you by name. Like sometimes I'll put in my first name and I'll put in Gmail, or my first name and I'll say webmail, or my first name and something like that. Then you put in your email address, and then under password you enter and then re-enter your password to generate a key. Sometimes it'll say they don't match, which is just this little weirdness I've noticed with it. So when you do the same password in both, go back up to the top, hit a space at the very end, and then do a backspace, and then it all matches. Don't ask me why. It just does that. So we're going to go ahead and generate a key. I'm going to say Paul test key. And I'll put in my email. It doesn't matter what it is. We'll put anything in. Then you put in a password. Now, I would suggest you pick a very secure password. Something that you can remember. You know, that is a phrase maybe, but it's a long phrase that each word, let's say if you use, I have a 16 character or 32 character one myself, and I use something that has an init cap for every word in it. So I might say something like my space cat space is space pretty space pound sign, let's say. Okay, so in that particular password I put my cat is pretty with the M of my, the C of cat, the I of S, and the P of pretty are all capitalized. Everything else is lowercase. Then I do a space and a pound sign, which just makes it really secure. So I'll do the same thing here. Okay. So I did something wrong because they don't match. Let me try that again. There, I didn't type it right that time. Okay, so it doesn't seem to be a problem. All you do is click submit. That's it. It's going to generate the key for you. You just have to remember that password you just put in. And you know, could take several minutes depending on the size of the key. The size of the key by default is the largest maximum supported key there is today, which is 4096 bit. Which for people to go, well, what does that mean? That is the strength of the encryption factor you got there. The bit. I'm doing a bad job explaining this because I'm listening to Finn and Mommy talk at the same time. Basically, it's a very strong password. A lot of programs you get, even things that are supported by the government or supposedly follow government regs, you use 128-bit or some ridiculous 256-bit. This is 4096-bit. It's very, very secure. So the good news is that you've generated the key, so it's automatically in your key ring. So you can see it right here, P. Brady test key. That's it right there. If you click on this to get more information, it tells you what your key fingerprint is. That I generated now, it's 4096-bit. That's the key. That's the bit length. It's RSA. You know, you don't even really need to care about any of this stuff. Does all this stuff for you automatically. The only thing you might want to do later is export your key, so you can download your public and private key to save it somewhere safe on your computer, or if you want to use it anywhere else, that's one way to do it. And so now if you go into options, we can go in and say, okay, let's select a new default private key. So the private key would be the test key we just created. Okay, so now when you do that and you click Save, it's going to tell you, please reload your mail provider tab. So this is this guy right here. Just click on this and then just hit refresh your browser to reload it, and you're all set. And that's really all you need to know. Now, when you open Gmail, and you get in here, and you go to Compose, you come down to the bottom and say, put in test. Then there's a little icon over here that this is for security reasons, that you do it in a separate program. It keeps it from being sniffed. And I'll just go in here and say, okay, hello, and then click Encrypt. And you pick the key you just created, which is this test key I just did. You click OK. And then you click Transfer to put it back over here, and now you can send it. That's it. So when it comes in, and it will come in a second, momentarily here, there it is. You click on it to open it, and you're going to see this, but when you move the mouse over, all of a sudden it changes to this. All you have to do is click it. You enter your password, which you only remember, I think you really need to enter it once in webmail for any 5-minute session, I think. So my cat is pretty, space pound, hit OK, and there it is. Just automatically decrypts. So if you come back over to here, now that you've been in there and you've already entered your password, watch what happens. Click it, come over, it says, oh, it's encrypted, click it, bang, decrypted. And that's it. That's email encryption from anywhere. You can do this in any browser. All you have to do is have your key with you to install it on different browsers. So if you have a work browser and you have a home browser and stuff like that, multiple computers at home, that's all you do. Once you do it, you're done, and it works anywhere. Very, very easy stuff. I hope you enjoyed this.
Folks, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please click the icon near the subscribe here red arrow. Also, to get free information on how to get leads, please click the offer below in the description to this YouTube video. Be sure to watch our other videos too. One is shown to the left.